Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Brandon Lawrence here in the Local 5 Weather Lab, coming to you on weareiowa.com, our We Are Iowa app, YouTube, and Facebook with an update on some severe storms that have been rolling through our area over the last 30 to 45 minutes. We are getting ready for Local 5 News at 5:30 on the air, so as soon as that approaches here in just a few minutes, we will actually stop this live stream and head over to the local news. But I do want you to know about these storms, and I do want you to be aware of what is going on right now. So we have two to three severe thunderstorm warnings that are moving through our area. And one of those, or two of those actually, are south of the Des Moines area, and then one is east of the Des Moines area. I want to start with the storms that are to the south. There are severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for parts of Union, Decatur, and Clark counties right now. It includes cities like Van Wert. It includes Osceola. It is southeast of Creston right now, but there could be some really large hail here that could be at times in excess of 1 inch to 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches in diameter. In fact, there was a report of 2-inch hail. Let me see where that report was. That was a few minutes ago. At any given rate, we had a report of 2-inch hail in the Afton area, and that was at 4:35 this afternoon. So, just about a half hour ago that we had that report. But these storms are generally moving east-southeast at 30 miles per hour, and they're not really showing any signs of weakening right now. So places like Van Wert, Leon, Humiston, Corydon, and Sheraton in southern Iowa should be on guard and prepared for that. I am still checking some stuff here on our Facebook pages and on our social media channels, so I want to get this shared over to my page really quick so that we can kind of maximize the amount of people who are watching and getting this update. Okay. Appreciate your patience with me. So we've got that cluster of storms south of Des Moines. Now the other one is east of Des Moines right now. This is over Jasper County. And at one point, this storm actually had produced a wall cloud that showed some signs of rotation. So a wall cloud is sort of the initial step before we would have a tornado. You would have a wall cloud, a funnel cloud, a tornado. And thankfully we didn't get that far, but we had a wall cloud that was rotating. So we kept an eye on this cell very closely. Again, this is just north of downtown Newton, and it's moving essentially along I-80 or just north of I-80, but it's traveling that way and headed east towards Grinnell. And actually, to give you a better understanding of this storm, I am going to show you. So this goes until 5:30 for Jasper County, and it's moving east at roughly 30 miles per hour. So let me go back to that. And I'll show you to give you an idea of the arrival times. And this is just an informal live stream update here because I want you to be in the know about what's happening right now, about what we are seeing in our area. Okay, so if I zoom into that storm that's over Jasper County, this is the one that we've been watching pretty closely, and we're going to say it's moving east at roughly 30 miles per hour. So we track it from the core of the storm, and there's 30 miles per hour. So here's some ideas on arrival times. By 5:25, it'll be in Grinnell. By 5:43 in Malcolm. By 5:54 in Brooklyn. And if it holds together, by 6:09 in Victor, Iowa. So again, this is probably producing some pretty big hail and also some strong gusty winds. Those wind gusts could get as high as 60 miles per hour. And I actually want to see if I can bring up the hail size here just to give some kind of idea. Doesn't look like we're detecting a whole lot of hail with that, and it appears that the hail signatures, by the way, on the storms in southern Iowa have actually gotten smaller, have actually diminished in size, which is really good. A few minutes ago, we had this really bright blue, pink, purple color that was showing up on our hail size monitor, and that gave us an idea that there was some pretty large hail. in that part of, that was in Union County, right over the Afton area where we had that 2-inch report. So to backtrack a little bit as to what we are tracking and to give you an idea, there is a whole lot of lightning with these storms too, as you might guess. That storm to the south is just producing an astronomical amount of lightning, and it's a pretty potent storm. At this point, we are still really watching it for hail and for wind, and I'm still watching for updates from the National Weather Service. No real big changes right now with these storms. One thing that I will say is encouraging to me as I've been keeping an eye on them is we've had sort of some signs of very broad rotation, but nothing that has been overly well defined, nothing that has been really tight, a tight rotation couplet. So we haven't had an immediate tornado threat today, which is good. I'm not saying that we won't have one as the evening progresses, but I'm not overly convinced that we will see that type of thing as we go through the rest of the night. Okay, let me see what else I can get pulled up here for us. So again, to recap, for those who may just be jumping on the live stream now, here's kind of an overarching view of the state of Iowa. There's a severe thunderstorm warning up in Bremer, Butler, and far eastern Franklin County. That is moving away from our area. If you know folks that are in Parkersburg or north of Waterloo, Shell Rock, that's moving in their direction, but it's not affecting our area immediately, so that's why I haven't focused on that one a whole lot. We are mainly watching the storms that are east of the Des Moines Metro and the big guy down to the south. And I am noticing that there's another storm developing over Marshall County that's pretty intense. It's not currently severe, but I'll be monitoring it for a potential severe thunderstorm warning, and that's over Marshalltown, producing just torrential rainfall right now, and probably some small hail and gusty winds. So we currently have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, the one in Jasper County that goes until 5:30 this afternoon, and then of course all this activity to the south. That's the really big storm that is tracking basically all across Clark County, so Osceola, south of New Virginia, Lorimor, Van Wert. It's a segment of that storm is going to move into northern Decatur County. So to give you some perspective, this section is going to be moving towards Van Wert and Leon. Meanwhile, this section is sort of going east. So it's either going to split apart a little bit, or that could cause the storm to weaken a little. So obviously we would love to see it weaken. We're still getting the beneficial rainfall out of this, which is fantastic because we have really been needing this rainfall, as we all know, and this morning's rain was very good too. Let me hop on here and just see if I see any comments. I'll try to answer some of your questions really quickly. And like I said, we'll stay with this for just a few more minutes. I do have to hop off the live stream to get ready for our 5:30 p.m. newscast, but I hope you will hop over there with us. You can live stream that newscast, by the way, at weareiowa.com and also on the We Are Iowa app for free. Amy said, did it just go past Newton because it is partly sunny and didn't get any rain? It was very close through Newton, and I know a couple of people in Newton who said they got hit, so it might have just been, you know, moved through one part of town and then missed the other part. Just checking some different things here. Yeah, I haven't seen